All right. Good morning, everybody. I would like to call the meeting to order and acknowledge that we are in Treaty 1 territory, the home and traditional lands of the Anishinaabe, Ojibwe, Innu Cree, and Dakota peoples, and in the national homeland of the Red River Métis. Our drinking water comes from Shoal Lake 40 First Nation in Treaty 3 territory. My name is Marla Billinghurst. I will be chairing the meeting this morning. On the panel with me are Mr. Robert Belenke and Ms. Valerie Warren. Representing the assessment department is Ms. Elena Kostarova, and our administrative personnel this morning is Ms. Sally Caulfield. To the Zoom participants of the hearing, please note you are placed in the waiting room until your property is called upon. When it is your turn, you will be admitted to the meeting. Kindly follow along on the City of Winnipeg's Board of Revision YouTube channel for the hearing process. Once the host admits you into the hearing, please close or mute your YouTube player. You will then be permitted to speak with respect to your property. Once your hearing has concluded, you may leave the meeting. We will be hearing applications for revision of the assessment roll in accordance with the Municipal Assessment Act. The matters for which revision is requested have been described in each application, and we will limit discussion to those matters. The statements that are made at this hearing are sworn testimony, and anyone speaking to the matters must be sworn in. Be advised that comparisons of assessments properties are not considered evidence of market value by the Board of Revision. The Board of Revision is appointed annually by Council and is independent of it and the City Administration. It makes its decisions on the basis of the evidence provided at this hearing and issues a written order that will be mailed to all parties as soon as possible. Please note that the Board's decisions with respect to an application may be appealed to the Manitoba Municipal Board if the matter pertains to assessed value or classification, or to the Court of King's Bench if the matter pertains to the application of exemptions from taxation. Should you wish to appeal, information on how to do so will be included with the Board's order. With respect to the hearing process, I will confirm the points of appeal with your property to be addressed with each applicant following the swearing in. We will then have the assessor's testimony, followed by questions that the applicant may have, and then the applicant's testimony, followed by questions. Each side will have an opportunity to summarize if they wish. Once all of the evidence about an application has been brought forward, the applicant may leave, and the process will repeat for each item on the docket today. The session will close after all the applications have been heard, and the Board will deliberate in private and make its decisions. You will receive the Board's decision by registered mail as soon as possible. As information, all public hearings are live streamed, recorded, and will be part of the public record. This morning, we will be hearing items 1, 2, 5, 7, and 8 on our docket today. Ms. Caulfield, please affirm the assessor's and the applicant's testimony. Thank you.
Please state your full name.
Elena Kostarova.
Do you affirm that the evidence you are about to give at this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Madam Chair, there is no appearance on behalf of the applicant this morning.
All right, well, the first number on the docket, we will proceed. It will be number 1 on the docket, 850 Winnipeg Avenue. And Madam, sorry, I'm just checking. So, okay, sorry, Madam Kostarova, please go ahead.
Thank you. The subject roll number is 1306028100. Street address is 850 Winnipeg Avenue, and this is neighborhood at 105 West Alexander, and in the market region in the city. This is a duplex, the 2-story, and it's the year built 1953. And based on all the renovations currently were done, it's 1983, the effective year built. The living area is 1,800 square feet. It has the full basement, and yes, it is a finished basement. It has 2 full baths, 1 half bath with a standing shower in the basement. It has the central air conditioning, and it does have the single double detached garage. And the assessed lot size is 4,575 square feet. The land influences for such a property is commercial, adjacent, and internal corner. The assessed value for the 2023 is 348,000 with a square footage at 193.33 cents. And should I proceed with the full comparables?
Sorry?
Should I proceed with the full comparables?
Sure.
Thank you. So all full comparables I have, they are as well within the market region in the city, and they all they are all duplexes. They are 2 stories, and the year built is ranged between 1953 to 1955, and that's exactly within our subject. The effective year built based on the renovations, we have 1964 the lowest and 1985 the highest. The living area
Oh, okay. Sorry, we lost the boardroom for a minute. I don't know if anyone else did. I did. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. You're back now. Can somebody
Okay.
in the boardroom say something so I can see if we have sound? Okay. Okay.
Where did we lose you? On the effective page? Where should I proceed? Should I effective repeat? The
Sorry.
effective year built was the lowest one 1964 to the 1955.
Mhm.
The living area is the range between 1,728 square feet to the largest 1,944 square feet. They all have a full basement. However, none of the comparables do have a finished basement, and the adjustment will be required. They all have 2 full baths, and none of the comparables have another extra half bath with the shower as our subject has. It requires another adjustment. The subject has the air conditioning, and comparables 1 and 2 have. However, comparable 3 and 4 will need the adjustment because they don't have the central AC. And only the comparable 2 and 4 have multi-detached garage. The assessed lots range between 2,725 square feet to the largest 6,335 square feet. The comparable 1 and 2, they have the commercial adjacent, so is our subject. And comparable 2 has the internal corner, so is our subject. Comparable 1 has an extra light traffic and external corner. And the comparable 4 has the medium traffic. So all these adjustments are required. And the sale price range between 270,700 and the largest sale is 355,000. The sale price per square foot ranges between $149.23 to the highest of $205.44. The time adjusted sale prices range between the lowest $289,600 to the highest $371,600. And the time adjusted sale price per square foot ranges between $159 and 65 cents to the highest $205.44. Based on the comparables, knowing that they all have the none of them have the full basement, And I understand that the subject was recently sold in December of 2020. And the condition of the subject you could see on my evidence provided prior to the current state. So the 300,000 on December 2020, it was outdated. And now this actually subject on the market again, and it's absolutely fully renovated. Unfortunately, there was no permits pulled for any of the work, not for electrical, not for the plumbing, not for the basement finish. And prior to that December 2020 sale, they had no basement finished, as well as they had no extra half bath with the shower, which they put in the basement. So to wrap it up, this house is now absolutely fully renovated. It has painted exterior, new fence. The old wired fence was replaced with the new wood one. The new windows, new exterior and interior doors, soffits, gutters, new flooring. Both kitchen has the brand new layout, as well as vanities, toilets. This house now has the absolutely finished basement, and as I mentioned, no permits were pulled. So I think it's fair to say, my professional opinion, that 348,000 for the assessed year of 2023, it's very well supported. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mr. Belenky, do you have any questions for the assessor?
I have no questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Warren, do you have any questions?
None at this time, thank you.
Thank you. Nor do I. Okay, thank you very much. And move on to the next matter, which will be 910 Ingersoll Street.
Madam Chair.
Yes.
This is the preliminary issue, and it's burden of proof for non-cooperation under the section 53(3)(a), where an applicant fails or refuses to give an assessor a reasonable opportunity to inspect the property. A board shall, at the hearing of the applicant, place the burden of proof on the applicant on all matters at issue. And the issue was the first time I tried to contact the homeowner July 19th. I left a message over the phone asking to, on the message, obviously I provided my name with the contact number and asking maybe we could see the property. Second time, the other assessor called July 22nd. He was able to get hold of the homeowner, and the homeowner was willing to provide the pictures. However, the assessor even sent an email just confirming that this is going to be emailed to have communication through, and the homeowner never responded back. Last time I called August 30th, however, I did not leave a message.
Okay, do you have any, the emails or any letters or anything for us regarding that issue?
I do on my computer and on my cell phone. I can pull it up right away, the records of the call, and I mean the dates and time.
Okay, but nothing provided. Okay. Sorry. Okay, does the applicant have any questions for we're just dealing with this one issue for the assessor? No. Okay, Mr. Belenky?
No questions.
Ms. Warren?
No questions.
Okay, nor do I. Does the applicant have anything to say specifically about this preliminary issue?
Ms. Ayotte, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Okay, I wasn't sure if you guys were talking to me or to someone else. I did provide pictures.
No.
And someone emailed me about coming out. I said that I work like quite extensively during the day, and I asked if it was okay if I could send pictures, and that was confirmed that it was okay for me to send pictures in, and I did that. And it was confirmed on your end that you received the picture. So are you saying that you didn't receive any at all?
No, the assessor who you spoke to over the phone, yes, we have that email, and you never replied back to that email. I think maybe you're relating to the emailing to the Board of Revision, but not to us.
I don't recall getting an email from you guys. I responded to every email that I've received, like from the office or any requests that people have asked about that, and they said that the pictures were fine to send in, and that's what I sent. So unfortunately, I'm truly honest, like I do not know of any other requests that were sent via email.
We have not received anything, sorry.
Oh, okay, thank you. Mr. Belenky, do you have any questions for the applicant?
No, I have no questions at this time. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Warren?
None, thank you.
Okay, nor do I. Thank you. We will take a short recess to discuss this issue. Thank you very much. Oh, I don't think the applicant's back.
There she is.
There we go. Okay. Thank you very much. We have discussed the matter and the assessor's request for non-cooperation, and we are not allowing the assessor's request for non-cooperation. So we will proceed. Ms. Caulfield, could you please swear in the applicant?
Ms. Ayo, could you please give your full name?
Carolee Ayotte?
Do you affirm that the evidence you are about to give at this hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Madam Assessor, please proceed.
The roll number is 1302-1377-000. The street address is 910 Ingersoll Street. Neighborhood area is 118 Sergeant Park. And the market region located is in a city. This is building type 2-story duplex. And the year built, as well as the effective year built, is still 1963. Living area is 1,596 square feet. Basement type, full basement, and it's not finished. Bedrooms 4, full bath 2, half bath, they have none, as well as the showers, they have none. Central air, and they have no fireplaces. And they have no attached or detached garages, as well as the in-ground pool, no sunroom. The assessed lot size is 2,354 square feet. And the assessed value for 2024 is 301. Total assessed value per square foot is $188.60. The comparables I'm presenting to you today is 4 comparables, and they all located in a city. And they all 2-story buildings. They all duplexes, or they're multifamily converted to the duplexes. The year built range from between 1913 to the highest 1955. The effective year built based on some renovations, they range between 1943 to the highest 1972. The living area is range between 1,120 square feet to 1,728 square feet. The basement type is full basement, and only the comparable 2 has the basement finish. However, it's partial at 40%. And comparable 4 has the full finished basement. The bedroom count range between 3 to 5. The full bath, they all have a 2 full bath, and none of them have half bath with the standing shower. The central air conditioning, only comparable 3 has, and comparable 1, 2, and 3 will need the adjustment to bring to the subject. None of them have the fireplace. None of them have the attached garage. However, only the comparable 2 has the multi-detached garage, which the adjustment will be required. No in-ground pool or sunrooms in none of the comparables. So as our subject, the assessed lot size range between 2,365 square feet to the largest 5,789 square feet. And the lot influences, the comparable 2 has the community building, internal corner, and the medium traffic. The adjustment will be required. The comparable 3 has the back lane, and the comparable 4 has the school. The registration date, the sale prices range between 200 and 2,500 to the highest 400,000.
Oh, we've lost Boardroom C again. Okay,
We're back.
Back?
yes, can you hear us?
Yes, we can, as long as you can hear us.
Yes, okay.
So the sale price?
Yeah.
Let's start the sale price. The sale price range between 2.
No, you're gone again. Okay, you're back.
Okay, we're back. And the sale price per square foot range between $174.73 to the highest $237.25. Time adjusted sale price range between $217,900 to the highest of $430,400. The time I'm sorry, I was lost.
No, I can hear you.
Okay. And the time adjusted sale price range between $188.17 to the highest $255.28. Based on the evidence, and I think the price of $301,000 is very well supported based on my comparables. With the total assessment per square foot is $188.60. So I think the assessed value should be maintained.
Thank you very much. Madam applicant, do you have any questions for the assessor regarding this information?
I guess that there was the one comparable that had like the 5 bedrooms and sold for the 400,000. I just thought that one was a little bit out of range, and that seems to just boost the value up of everything's average. And I'm just wondering if you can explain that one a little more.
I only see, if you're talking about the comparable one, for the 355,000.
No, it was comparable to the one. The one was for it said, or there was one with 5 bedrooms, and then it was comparable to that sold for the 400,000. That just seemed that one really didn't fit with the rest of everything else, and it just seemed that really kind of brought the average of everything up.
And that's why, yes, absolutely, and that's the first. I think I'm assuming that you're talking about the comparable 2, and this comparable 2, yes, it has been sold for 400,000. However, we have to give the weight to the assessed lot size, which is almost double, and that's where the price is a little bit higher. And that's why I was providing the assessed lot range between the smallest 2,365 to the highest one. So,
Right.
as well as it had a partial basement finish at 40%,
Mhm.
as
Yeah,
well as
that is.
garage. And for all that amount, the adjustment will be required down from 400,000.
Okay.
Any other questions?
No.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Belenky.
No questions, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Warren.
None at this time, thank you.
Thank you. I do not have any for the assessor. So, Ms. Ayo, sorry, I hope I said that correctly. It's your turn, so please proceed when you're ready.
Okay, close enough. So thank you for hearing my case, and I apologize for any inconvenience that any of that was caused. It really wasn't by any intention with that. And anyhow, moving forward with it, I submitted a few comparables. What I did was 482 Simcoe Street, and that was a recent sale. So I'm looking at like more of like the recent market, what it looks like now with a lot of the inflated rates for interest and whatnot. And that one sold for 250,000 in April of 2023, and that was 1415 square feet. And then I also had
sorry to interrupt you. These would be post reference, and we can't look at sales after April 1st, 2021.
So I can't look at any recent sales, even though I'm trying to get my taxes lowered for the current year.
Yes, because it's based on date of April 1st, 2021. So, but I believe you have some pictures of the property, and we're happy to look at those if you want to go through those with us. Okay.
Sure. Okay. I mean, I guess I can go through the pictures of the property, and when I'm looking at it is a lot of the property is still in its original state. So there hasn't been a lot of upgrades that were done to the property. As well, I guess comparing to the other properties that were brought forward, it is a bit smaller in some cases, especially being a four bedroom as opposed to a 5-bedroom with comparable one. And then also noting that I purchased the property last fall for 254,000. And so I'm hoping to have an assessment that's closer to the amount that I've actually purchased the property for. And then also looking at comparable 4, when I was looking at pictures of that property as well, it looks like there is like some new flooring throughout. They also have brand new doors throughout, and it looks like some newer PVC windows as well. So taking that into account when we were looking at those comparables.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Madam Assessor, do you have any questions for the applicant?
No, I don't.
Thank you. Mr. Belenky?
No questions, thank you.
Ms. Warren?
None, thank you.
I just had, can you just clarify how much you paid when you purchased the property, please?
254.
Thank you very much.
That is the post-reference sale.
Okay, thank you. All right. Does anyone have the need for summary?
I'm sorry, I don't see screen, that's why it's very hard to talk right now. So, yes, I think that based on the comparables, it is harder to find, especially in a city, the size the subject is, and here it's easier because the year 1963, they seems to have way larger sizes, and we're talking about 1900 and more. And obviously they even sell for higher. However, the comparables which I found, they do have the year built way lower than our year built for the subject, and as well as the effective year built is changed, and that is what reflects some of the changes done. And seeing the pictures of the subject, it's it's easy to assume, and obviously we could see that some windows were changed, some flooring was changed. It's still more outdated, but it's still within the same quality as the comparables. And in this case, I think the assessed value should be maintained. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hmm.
Ms.
Okay.
Oates, did you
Yeah,
have?
so I just want to say with regards to the property, there is a lot of updates that need to be done. And when I was looking at some of the other properties, they had newer kitchens, which is a huge renovation cost. When you're looking at like for sale of buildings and what the cost is of after renovation value. So I still have original kitchens in my places, as well as a lot of the original flooring. And then so in, as well as in some of the comparables used, the flooring was updated and replaced in a lot of the cases throughout the entire building. As well as some the newer PVC windows, which is also a really big cost to after renovation value as well.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you. We will move on to the next matter on the docket, which is number 5, 255 Wellington Crescent, Unit 1201.
Can we take a moment, please? The applicant has contacted us, but I have not. I don't see them in like ready to join us yet.
Okay. Guess we can take a 5-minute recess to sort it out.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. We are back with number 5 on the docket. 255 Wellington Crescent, Unit 1201. Ms. Caulfield, could you please swear in Mr. Neufeld?
Mr. Neufeld, please state your full name.
Rocky Neufeld?
Do you affirm that the evidence you are about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Madam Assessor, please proceed when you are ready.
Thank you. The subject with the roll number 1202-3199-200. The condo number 37. The street address is 255 Wellington Crescent, and the unit number is 1201. Neighborhood area is 117 Roslyn. This is a building style apartment, and the year built 1978 with the effective age 1993. This is a penthouse located on top floor.
Sorry, you know what? I'm going to have to stop you for 1 minute. I just need to go in camera for a minute, please. Sally? Or Ms. Caulfield? Sorry.
Just
Can you?
absolutely okay if she's in camera with the panel.
Yes.
Okay, Madam Assessor.
All right, thank you. Sorry about that, everybody. I have declared a conflict on this. Oh, sorry, I don't think Mr. Neufeld's back.
My apologies.
So. All right, Mr. Neufeld's perfect. All right, everybody, my apologies for that. I have to declare conflict on this matter and recuse myself. And due to the fact that the other panel members are unable to chair, this matter will have to be rescheduled. I apologize for that. And the Board of Revision will contact you to set a rescheduled date.
Well, no, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad you declared, because oftentimes people don't, and that's a good thing. All right.
So my apologies, and
The only
someone will
downside,
contact you.
the only downside is I had to get up early today, and so.
Sorry.
All right, thanks.
All right, we'll move on to the next matter then, which is 1460 Portage Avenue, Unit 605. Is the applicant here? There we go. Mr. Friesen? I believe you're on mute.
Oh,
There we go.
can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Ms. Caulfield, could you please swear in the applicant?
Mr. Friesen, could you please state your full name?
Herb Friesen?
Do you affirm that the evidence you are about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I affirm.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Madam Assessor, please proceed when you are ready.
Thank you. The subject for the roll number 1208-01-53200, the condo number 297, and this is located at 1460 Portage, the unit number 605, the neighborhood area 226, and this is West Woodley. The building style, we're looking at the apartments, and the year built is 1987 with some upgrades. The effective year built is now 1997.
Excuse me. Pardon me, I have a hard time hearing. My hearing isn't the best, and I have a hard time hearing you, but I'll try my best.
All right, perhaps, I don't know if you can turn the volume up on your end. I don't know how else to.
I can hear you fine, but the the other lady that was speaking, I could hardly hear her. But
Perhaps, are you able to move a microphone closer to the assessor?
Where's the microphone? Okay,
Oh, okay.
is it better?
yes,
I
yeah.
have to scream. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
All right. Right. The living area is 841 square foot. It has only one bedroom and one full bath. It has the central air conditioning and the in-suite laundry. It has the glazed balcony and one indoor parking. It has the view features such as traffic, and it's heavy because it's Portage as well as railway. And the assessed value for 2023 is $141,000, where the total assessment value per square foot is $167.66. Before I proceed with my comparables, I would like to state that this condo complex 297 located at 1460 Portage is marketed as a life lease. Even though individual is the owner is registered with the land title, they're listed as having the leasehold interest, and the Donwood is listed as having the freehold interest. And the life lease interest gives the holder the right to occupy, which means to live in a unit rather than own the unit. So in this matter, the buyer does not own the property. And at the moment, the owner did purchase the leasehold estate, and technically they have not purchased the condo unit. In our matter, we cannot use their sales, none of the complex's sales, because they are not presenting the fee simple interest transaction. And unfortunately, we have to go elsewhere, and we have to use the comparables to support the value, which do represent the fee simple interest. And in this case, I'm presenting to you 8 comparables. First 4 ones I took from the very close proximity from the Portage 1460. They both around the Polo Park area, and that is condo number 80. And the last 4 comparables from 5 to 8 This is a condo number 245, and this is further down on Portage. They are all in the market region next to the subject. So the subject is located in region Tuxedo River Heights, and my comparables I'm providing to you is next door neighbors, which are located in the St. James market region. They all apartment style. The year built is ranged between 1969 to the highest 1972. The effective year built due to some renovations, range between 1969 to the 1987. None of the comparables are located on the top floor, which means none of them are penthouses. And the living area range between 692 square feet to 884 square feet. The bedroom count range between 1 to 2. The full bath, they all have one bath, and none of them have half bath or the standing shower. The adjustment will be required to the all those comparables, because all those comparables only have the wall unit conditioner and not the central as our subject does. None of the comparables have the in-suite laundry, so the adjustment will be required there. And they all have the balconies. Some units, such as comparable 1, they have the covered parking, and none of them to the subject have the indoor parking. The comparable 1, comparable 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, they all have the outdoor parking, and this is count of 1. And the view features for all the comparables vary between the parking lot, medium traffic, and the back lane. Some, such as comparable 6 and 7, they don't really affected by any views. The sale prices range between $124,000 to the highest $160,000, and the sale price range between $181 to $205.23. For apartment style condos, we found that it was no significant time adjustment during the reference period, and in this case, our reference sale price time adjusted, as well as the time adjusted sale price per square foot, is not required. And we have assessed this subject compared to everybody else, compared to all my comparables from 1 to 8. I could say very fair, especially knowing that this subject has way more amenities versus the other 2 condos I was looking at. Understanding the restrictions and the restrictions on few things, such as lease restrictions, age restrictions, and as well as the Dawnwood need to, such as thing as the leasehold, the Dawnwood must authorize who comes in, approve them, the application. So I did go on the lower end of the values for the comparables, and that is, I think, $141,000 for the subject is very well supported, and I think it's a very fair assessed value. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right. Sorry, Mr. Friesen, do you have any questions for the assessor about her evidence? You'll have a chance to present yours in a couple minutes, but do you have any questions for her?
Well, not at the moment, but I don't fully understand some of these things, but it's the problem is the way Dawnwood West is set up is that there's no way that I could sell this place for $141,000.
Oh, okay, sorry, Mr. Friesen, you'll have a chance to give your presentation in a couple minutes. It's just if you have questions about the assessor's evidence, any questions for her about her evidence?
No, not at the moment then.
Okay, thank you.
No,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
Okay.
Mr. Belenky, do you have any questions?
I have no questions, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Warren?
None, thank you.
Thank you. Nor do I. Okay, thank you. Sorry, Mr. Friesen, please proceed with your presentation. Thank you.
Well, I feel that the assessment is too high, only because that Donwood West, no bank will finance for an ordinary person to come in and to purchase a condo unit. Because it's a life lease and it's owned, there's more than one person's name on the property. The bank will not finance it to anybody. So that's why we're having a hard time to sell. If we were to sell, and the only people that can purchase it is if they have the cash on hand. And so that makes it difficult because there's no way that I would be able to get that amount of money for it. And so if it's assessed at 141,000, then the taxes are going to be that much higher. And that is my main reason for appealing it, is that it's there's no way that I would be able to, if I was to sell it, that we would get that much for it. And so and then of course Don would also put on an additional 2% fee for selling, to be charged for all the sale units by new owners. So that also is a potential, you know, to reduce the interest in new buyers, you know. So anyway, that's about all I have to say.
Thank you very much. Madam Assessor, can you hear me?
Yes, I do. Thank
Oh,
you.
sorry. Do you have any questions for the applicant?
The presented evidence, I do see that it had the post-reference sales.
Sorry, say that again.
The post-reference, the sales you have presented to us, it's a post-reference sales.
Yeah.
And I do understand that the price you paid, unfortunately, that is the life lease. Usually they do value the price for them. It's way lower. It's not even to the similar.
Madam Assessor, do you have any questions for the applicant
No.
about his evidence?
No, sorry.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Belenky, do you have any questions for the applicant?
I have no questions, thank you.
Ms. Warren, any questions?
I don't, thank you.
Thank you. Nor do I, so thank you very much. Is there a need for a summary by either party?
Yes. I just would like to summarize that the buyer pays the lump sum for the lease hold for the purchase price. And that is because it's a life lease, and usually the life leases are lower in prices versus the regular condos. And the buyer still continues to pay the property taxes and monthly fees, like to maintain the units. So I think presenting all these comparables, I think it's a very well supported evidence of 141. It's fair value to this unit.
No, I don't agree. I don't agree.
Thank you very much. Okay, sorry, thank you. Okay, now, Mr. Friesen, would you like to summarize?
Who, me?
Yes, this is.
Well, I don't agree.
You don't have to. You can if you want to.
No, what she just said, I just don't agree with it. That's all.
Okay.
So there's no way I could sell it for that price. The way she's assessing it, it's I don't know. Those comparables are you know, it's totally different situation. I don't agree with it. So that's all I can say.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Leave it with us, and you'll get our decision in the mail. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next matter on the docket is 167 Bannatyne Avenue, Unit 410.
Thank you.
Ms. Malera, are you there?
Just got admitted. Thank you.
There we are.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Ms. Caulfield, could you please swear in the applicant?
Please state your full name.
Teresa Rempel-Muller.
Do you affirm that the evidence you are about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you very much. Madam Assessor, please proceed when you are ready.
Thank you. The roll number for the subject is 130-628-35000. This is a condo number 271, and the street address is 167 Valentine Avenue, and the unit number 410. It's located in 170 Exchange District. This is the apartment style building, and the year built is 1904. With the effective year built of 1960. The floor is located on its number 4, and this building has 6 floors. The living area is 1,773 square foot. The bedrooms count is 2. This unit has only 1 full bathroom, the central air conditioning, the in-suite laundry. They have no balcony. They have only 1 indoor parking, and they do have the traffic medium view. The assessed value for the 2024 roll is $439,000, with a total assessment per square foot at $247.60. The comparables, 4 comparables I'm presenting, they are all within the condo, this condo number 271, and they all obviously apartment, and the range year built is 1904, and the effective year range is between 1960 to 1975. Sorry, that's taking into consideration the all the renovations were done. The base floor range between 3 to 6. The living area range between 1,395 square feet to 1,530 square feet. They all have 2 bedrooms. However, the comparable 1 and 4, they only have 1 full bathroom, but they have 1 half bathroom with a standing shower. The comparable 2 and 3 have 2 full bathrooms. They all have central air conditioning. They all have in-suite laundry. None of them have the balcony on sunroom, and all the comparables have 1 indoor parking. All comparables, such as our subject, they have traffic medium view. And the sale price range between the lowest 350,000 to the highest 459,000, with a sale price per square foot range between $250.90 per square foot to the highest $300 per square foot. And we do know that this subject has, we had the assessed value for 2023, and we did propose the $439 versus the $468, and that was maintained for the 2024 assessed value. Sorry, for the 2024 assessed year at $439,000, and I think that based on my comparables, $439,000, that's what we proposed the last time. It's a very fair value.
Thank you very much. Ms. Muller, do you have any questions for the assessor regarding the evidence she just presented? You'll have a chance to present your evidence in a couple minutes, but this is just questions about her presentation.
I'm not sure if this falls in now or in my evidence later, but I had a question about the comparables. I think I'd prefer to put it in with my piece in a moment.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Belenky, do you have any questions?
I have no questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Warren?
None at this time, thank you.
Thank you, nor do I. All right, Ms. Miller, please proceed when you're ready.
All right. I wanted to thank you for taking the time to hear our response on this, and wanted to thank Ms. Kosterova about the comparables that she presented. I would agree that those are comparable in our unit. I think the most relevant one in comparison, given the fit and finishings, is the unit 305, which has a $250 square foot thing. Both of those, that unit and our unit, have similar fit and finishings with a lot of original pieces, particularly in the bathrooms that are there. And so I wanted to, I mean, I think you all see my note and my comments ahead. I don't feel I need to go through them because we can all read those, and in the essence of time, wanted to put forward that I would like to request the panel actually consider that 250 square feet, dollars a square foot of 305, which I think is a fair comparable to our unit, would actually be reduced by 10% to account for the fact that we have only one bathroom in our unit. I think that is the one piece that is missing in the assessment for 2024, is that it doesn't take into consideration that there is only one bathroom in our unit. And the other one is original to the remodels in the 80s. So that is mine. I can read through my notes, but I think everyone else can see that as well.
Okay, thank you very much. Madam Assessor, do you have any questions for the applicant regarding her presentation?
Yes, I do. The comparables, I do understand that we're taking from the assessment book. And if we are, you have stated in that 283 Bannatyne, unfortunately, I would have disagree with that specific property, because first of all, it's located in the corner of King Street and Bannatyne. It's in a very busy traffic, and that specific condo complex does not have the parking whatsoever. And knowing that this is
okay, Madam Assessor, do you have any questions for the applicant about her presentation? If you want to make a summary, you're welcome to, but do you have any questions for her?
This is actually okay. So the question: have you tried to calculate for example, even the median per square foot for all the comparables you have provided?
My comment today was I had a chance to look at what you had submitted, and I only had a chance to look at that this morning. And I agree with you that the comparable two that you submitted is probably the closest to our unit in the fit and finishings that it has. And my request of the panel is that it take a look at that, and also take a look at the fact that we only have one bathroom. And so I'm recommending that it be reduced by 10%, which would be roughly the square footage of the bathroom in our unit that is gutted to the studs.
Thank you. Madam Assessor, do you have any other questions?
I don't.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Belenky?
I have one minor question. What value do you expect, in your opinion? You're saying 10%. 10% of the assessor's proposed value, or what value do you have you're using 10% on?
I was taking the 10% off the value of the closest comparable from the assessor's one, which is number 2, which has 250.9 a square foot, which is quite comparable to the value that she did assign to our unit of 247.6 a square foot. So it's quite comparable in there. 10% off of that. So it'd be about, I think a fairer value for our unit is around 225 a square foot, given the lack of a second bathroom.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Warren, do you have any questions for the applicant?
No, it was just answered. Thank you.
Thank you. I have no questions. Madam Assessor, would anybody like to make a summary at this time?
I think that the last time I have proposed from 468,000 to 439,000. The value, which we did revise, and the panel agreed on 2023 assessed value. I think it is fair, and the comparable number 2, which the applicant is leaning towards, it's smaller living area. So that's, first of all, yes, they all started with the 2 bathrooms, and at the moment the applicant is still under the renovations. I still think that 439 is still very well supported.
Okay, thank you very much. Ms. Applicant, do you have any, do you have need for a summary?
The summary that I would just add is highlighted from my notes, which is based on the realtor that we've had in over time, and he has said that our unit has never increased in value over this period. And so I respectfully want to highlight that 439 is very high for a unit that has 1 bathroom and is not renovated, and the comps don't support that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right, thank you, everybody. That concludes, we've heard all the items scheduled, and this hearing is now adjourned. Thank you very much, and good day, everybody.